let's go ahead and break down some of our Jazz draft options. But yeah, let's go ahead and talk a little bit about this draft now. On The Athletic, they are predicting the Jazz will take Robert Dillingham, the 6'3", 19-year-old guard out of Kentucky. Last season for the Wildcats, he averaged 15 points, 3 rebounds, and 3 assists, 47% field goal shooting, but 44.4 from the three. I don't know what you think there. What do you think about Robert Dillingham?
I do not like the fact that Jazz even consider taking a 6'3" guard.
Now remember,
even if he can shoot it, and even if he's a strong defensive player at 6'3", he's a little bit bigger than Colin Sexton, but I'd still like to see Sexton with the Jazz another year.
Now keep in mind this is a draft combine thing for the NBA, and in college those are different. So in the college they measure them in his shoes, so he's probably closer to 6'1".
Oh, so he's the same size as Colin Sexton.
Yeah,
I don't know. I don't like this because we have a player in that position. I mean, obviously Colin doesn't shoot it as good as 44%, but that's also from a college 3-point line.
Mm-hmm.
And that's also with college players defending you.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like you step into the NBA and nobody shoots the same percentage from college to NBA, especially in their first year. I just think it's a really tough transition, especially for a 6'1", 6'3" guard. I do not want the Jazz to take anybody under like 6'5".
Yeah. Speaking of which, I do have, do you have a pick there for that, or?
I do, for the 10.
Yes.
I can tell you who I want the Jazz to take at 10.
Okay. Who do you want to take?
I really like Cody Williams at 10.
Okay. I saw this guy.
All right. So he's the 6'8" forward, played at Colorado last year. He only averaged 11.9 points per game, 3 rebounds, 1.6 assists. He had 0.7 blocks, and he shot 41.5% from 3. I watched probably 30 minutes of film on this guy today, just on his college highlights. Has really quick hands. He's an explosive player. He likes to get into the paint, jump, dunk it, but he can also, he shoots the 3, and he's similar, like watching him on the floor, he's very similar to Taylor Hendricks, but he runs the floor a little bit better, and his vision is a little bit better than Taylor's is, right? Like he can actually see people moving down the paint when he catches it. I really like his size, and I really like his ability to spread the floor and shoot the 3 ball. So I don't know. I think he's a good pickup.
With that pick, are you moving on from Taylor Hendricks?
No. But I think you put a little pressure on Taylor that, you know what I mean? Because he's a very similar size to Taylor. Taylor's a little bit bigger, but I think you put a little bit of pressure on Taylor to continue to produce and to continue to grow. You know what I mean? Like you've got guys similar size and similar talent levels that have to push each other to be successful.
I like it. So there are 2 options that I have on here. One of them I actually want, and the other one I definitely do not want.
Okay.
For the same reasons you have there. So CBS has the Jazz taking Isaiah Collier, 6'5", 210-pound guard from USC.
Yes, sir. One of the top, this kid's a 5-star recruit out of high school, signed with USC. We actually did a video on it last year on Isaiah Collier.
Yeah, when we break down the USC.
Yeah, and this kid's crazy talented. I like the Isaiah Collier, actually.
I like him, but he's not my pick, and I'll explain why here in a minute.
Okay.
But yeah, so he averaged 16 points, 3 rebounds, 4.3 assists, shooting 34% from 3. So while I really love the 4.3 assists, that is where I think he'd be good. I think if the Jazz are looking for something that's a player that's actually going to be contributing this year to this team, and they're going to throw him out there from the get-go, and this whole big game hunting and going after stars is like a smokescreen for Danny Ainge, which I think it is, because honestly, if you go big game hunting, what are you going to get that makes this team not a first round out?
Well, that's exactly it.
There's literally nobody. Here's my thing. If the blueprints, we just need to separate it, man. If it's a scale of 1 to 10, 10 being OKC, and we're trying to match that same blueprint,
right?
What step are we on that 1 to 10, do you think?
We're on like step 3 because we haven't got anywhere near tanking to get a number 1 pick.
Yeah, we don't have SGA.
Oh, absolutely. We don't have an
SGA.
Yeah.
That's the key thing. So we have this is my pick. This is who I want the Jazz to pick. And I know I'm from Utah right now, so please don't hammer me in the comments. But I am picking the same pick that ESPN has us picking at 10, which is Dalton Knecht. I think is how you say that.
Yeah, Knecht.
Knecht.
Yeah,
Dalton Knecht, 6'6", 204-pound, out of Tennessee, who's averaging 22 points, 5 rebounds, 2 assists, and shooting 40% from 3. He's listed in the combine as a guard, not as a forward, which I thought was really awesome.
Big guard, yeah.
Yeah, big body guard. Yeah, so I just think we need better size on the perimeter. We need better length, better size, stronger bodies on the perimeter to defend better.
So I like Dalton with this pick. He just had a fantastic draft combine showing though, and because of that,
so did Bronny,
Yeah, but I think he might move a little bit before where we can get him at 10. That's my only concern, and that was the only reason I didn't put him at 10. because I actually, you're absolutely correct though. I like him better than Cody Williams.
Yeah.
Especially like you said, the size. He's a really good shooter. He's a strong defender. I think he's a great pick. I don't think he's available at 10 either, though.
Sweet. Well, last year I picked the first one. This year
Hey,
you're going to do it.
I can't even argue with you because you nailed it last year.
No, I think you're going to get it this year. So let's do that for sure. Who you got the Jazz taking next on the next pick?
Okay, so pick 29. This one was a tough one for me because I watched a few players that are kind of showing in that range to see who I like the best. For some reason, I've come up with Deron Holmes. He's a
seriously?
college. Is that who you picked too?
Yeah.
No way. Okay, see, I'm glad. So I'm not crazy then, because this dude he's not fast. Okay. No. He is not explosive like Cody Williams. There's a reason he's a late first round pick, but he played college at Dayton. He averaged 20 points per game, 8 rebounds, 2.6 assists. He shoots 38% from 3 and averages 2.1 blocks in a game. He's a stretch big man, and he shoots the ball with so much confidence. I mean, no matter where he catches it, he is not scared to let it fly. And at a 38% clip, that is worth it.
Oh yeah.
And he's taking NBA range threes in a lot of these. He's not.
I was worried he wasn't going to be available this late though. He was my pick, and I'm just like, maybe everybody else isn't noticing this guy, maybe, but
yeah, it's going to depend on kind of how he does in the draft combine. And I didn't actually get a chance to see how he did in the combine. The one list that I had that had showed like post combine draft picks, he was still in the late 20s.
Okay.
So I'm assuming he probably didn't do fantastic in the combine, which maybe that's a good thing. Maybe it's not. This dude is super crafty. I mean, he's got a spin move that is just insane. And he's like slow-mo too. He's not like, but he can get up and down the floor. He plays a lot of he played a lot of kind of back to the basket in college, and then he would kind of burn you with a spin move. And I'm not sure how well that translates into the NBA. You know what I mean? Like your back to the basket game. Walker Kessler was a great back to the basket player in college, and he is not in the NBA.
Yeah, they're not using him that way. They don't use players that way in the NBA.
Yeah, you're not Boogie Cousins, right?
Yeah. Like, well, they don't have players playing that role in the NBA anymore. So you have to be you have to be a pick and pop at the top of the key on the screen and roll. And you got to be able to hit the corner 3. Yeah, there's no low post games going on anymore. Yeah, it's just not how it works.
Yep, and this guy does. I mean, he does finish well through contact, but he's not great with his left hand. I watched 30 minutes of highlights, and I think I saw him use his left hand on one time. Yeah, I mean, he's even on the left side of the basket, get fouled going up and still switch to his right hand to try to make a move and get it to go in. So a little bit of concern there, especially being a big guy, but he can shoot it, man. And I love the confidence. He's not scared to let it fly. I really like this guy at 29, actually.
I don't think I had anything else differently that you did there.
I'm sorry.
No, that's good. It's good. I saw somewhere he's going as high as 25, 24. So I was a little worried that he wasn't going to be there, but I had some of them that didn't even have him in the top of the 30. Like, I don't think CBS even had him in the top 30.
Yeah.
So I think he's an option there for sure.
Yep.
But yeah, we want to know what you think, folks. Let us know in the comments down below. Let us know what you think where the Utah Jazz are going to be picking. Are they even going to have this pick? Are you going to have both of them? Do you think they draft both of them? Do you think they just
maybe they trade them,
stash them in the G League, or trade the picks? Who knows? We'll find out. Let us know in the comments down below what you think there.
If you want to take all 3 players,
just do it.
Take all 3 players, put them on the roster, and then just put them out on the floor.
Yeah. I'm telling you, I'm like,
you'll lose plenty of ball games that way.
No one's going to care when the Jazz are competing for a championship in 3 years because they tanked for 3 years previously. No one's going to care about that. Yeah, but let us know in the comments down below, folks, what you think, and we love to hear back from you on that.
Yep. And if you're watching on YouTube on one of our short videos, not all this content makes it on. This is available wherever you get your podcasts, audio only. Make sure you check it out.
Absolutely.